Right, I'm back and I've watched another Superman movie. This one's actually Superman 2. Now this version is known as the Verisimilitude Cut. Okay, first I've heard of it. So I decided to look it up, and this is actually a fan cut version of Superman 2, in that they've added the scenes from Richard Donner's version of Superman 2, mixed it with Lester's Superman 2, not to mention bits from the restored international cut as well of Superman 2. So you're pretty much watching 3 movies in one. Okay, what was very good about this was the opening. It came up with a dedication to Christopher Reeve, without whom we would never believe a man could fly, which I thought was just absolutely heartwarming and very, very touching. It then goes through the introduction, as you see in Superman 2, flying through space and then ending up in Krypton, but rather than what we had in Superman 2 with non-General Zod and Ursa being, getting sentenced without Jor-El being present, in this one, just like Richard Donner's version, we have a recap of the first scene in Superman the movie on this particular version of Superman 2, and it was very touching. At first I was thinking, is this the Richard Donner cut? But they've actually called it the Verisimilitude Cut, but weren't able to release it as Richard Donner's version until it was eventually released, which was when they brought out the massive box set of the Superman discs. But then I thought, as it went on, I started seeing bits from Richard Lester's version. I was thinking, okay, no, it's Richard Lester. Then I saw the scene of where Lois is looking at the newspaper and Clark is talking to Jimmy, and she notices how the picture of Superman is of a likeness to Clark Kent. She starts drawing over Superman, putting the hat, the glasses, and the suit jacket, and then clicks that Clark Kent and Superman are the same person. Then I thought, well, then it's Richard Donner's version. Then again, it cut in between both of the films. There was little scenes that were added in as well that I didn't expect to see. For example, when Clark goes to fly to Paris, when we see him take off from the alleyway, we just see him going up from Metropolis, whereas in this particular version, he's actually seen flying past the Statue of Liberty. Okay, speaking of the Statue of Liberty, obviously in Richard Donner's version, Superman is, when he's fighting the 3 criminals, he gets knocked out against the Statue of Liberty, which is in this film as well. As I say, certain changes have been moved around. So there were some scenes that were forced into the film. I mean, you can easily tell that. You can easily tell that the certain scenes were purposely cut into it. So it's obviously fan made. And the reason I say it's fan made is that, as I say, I looked it up, and I actually found that someone on YouTube actually did make some of the created, come up with specific scenes, and they've posted it on YouTube. So I'll link you to that person's account. I think it's one man prods or something like that. But I'll put the link at the bottom anyway, so you can have a look. He has got a lot of other videos that aren't Superman related, but you'll see the very first video at the top of his list is to do with the opening credits for Superman 2. But go further down, and then you'll see other Superman related videos that he's posted. But I actually did quite enjoy it. It was a very, very different take. Obviously, with Donner's version of Superman 2, it does actually state on here that it's directed by Richard Donner, so which is very, very, very fitting tribute, if you ask me. The scene of where Clark is talking to Jor-El, and he's telling Jor-El that he loves Lois and he wants to be with her. Why should he be denied the chance to be happy with someone that he loves? And it very much reminded me of how Clark Kent behaves in Smallville, when he was with Lana, how he always just wanted to be normal. He wanted to be a normal person. He just wanted to have a relationship with a human being. He wanted to be human. That was why, in certain episodes he was always, his powers were taken from him, either by another character or by Jor-El himself, through whatever action Clark disobeys. you know, it made Clark happy that he could be human, you know, properly human without his powers. And it kind of, I just, you know, I even posted on Twitter, I said, you know, the scene of where Clark wants to be human just to be with Lois, so much like how he was in Smallville to be with Lana. Whereas now in Smallville, he doesn't want to not have his powers to be with Lois, at least not yet, anyway. But we don't know how that's going to pan out over the next however many episodes we've got left in season 10. But where he's talking to Jor-El, and there's a scene of where Jor-El tells him about the crystal chamber, and when Clark is in the crystal chamber, you know, getting rid of his Kryptonian powers, you see how Jor-El just turns to Lois and looks at it. It's like the fortress has become self-aware. Okay, in Smallville it's become self-aware to like times a billion, basically. It's that self-aware that apparently Jor-El has now been talking to Kara outside of Smallville. Yeah, whatever. That's just what really hit me, is that, you know, he turns to look at Lois as if to say, this is all your fault. Look what you're doing to my son. You know, he's trying to make a name for himself out there to the world. You're pretty much holding him back. You know, and Jor-El was not pleased. He did not want for Clark to, or Kal-El rather, to give up his powers for the sake of one person. You know, because as far as Jor-El is concerned, Kal-El is of greater importance than any human being. But that's coming from a father. Any father would be the same. Okay? But because Jor-El knows of what Clark is capable of, knows what powers he possesses, why would he want to give that up just to be in love with someone? But I think it's also because you've got to look at Clark's side, that he wants to be in love. You know, he feels the warmth of Lois. He loves her so much. She loves him. He can't not be with her. You know, and yeah, I can see both sides, both Jor-El as well as Clark's versions, and it's difficult to put yourself in that position. And I don't know how the hell Lois was feeling when Jor-El literally turned around and looked at her as if to say, "You bitch." But no, seriously, as I say, I actually really did enjoy it, and it certainly was an eye opener for some parts. Obviously, you had Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor in there, Marlon Brando, Jor-El, Christopher Reeve as Superman, Clark Kent, Margot Kidder, and Terrence Stamp, Jackie Cooper, Clifton James, E.G. Marshall as the president. I mean, you know, I can't not help enjoy these movies. You know, I've been watching them since I got them sent to me by Gina, and every version that I've watched so far has given me something different to talk about. You know, it's amazing. That's all I can say. So next week I'm going to be watching the Superman 3 extended cut that's contained in this box set. So I'll let you know what that's like. Although saying that, oh shit, I've just realised where I'm going to be next weekend. I'm going to be in London next weekend, by the way. My brother's having a naming ceremony for his firstborn, his daughter. Him and his wife are both doing a nice big to-do, as it were. It's all Muslim orientated, by the way, so it's going to be a big hoo-ha. But yeah, that's going to be fun. So I'll be in London next weekend. I'm flying down on Saturday morning. I'll be flying back up on Sunday night. So if I mean, I'll take the DVD with me. If I get to watch it over the weekend next week, I will definitely shoot up a review for you. So don't worry, you won't miss a review, that's for sure. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you again for watching. Thanks to Gina again for sending the video for the DVDs. I am thoroughly enjoying them. I really am thoroughly enjoying them. So Superman 3 extended cut next week. See you later. Good night.